Hey everyone, I'm Mitch with Keystone Fitness. Today I'm sitting down with Emma and Dave from Make Your Mark and going to learn a little bit about their experience. First off, thank you for sitting down with me today. To kick things off, I know that you guys have been in the business for quite some time, but wanted to zoom out a little bit further and learn where you guys actually started in fitness.
So I actually started with fitness a very long time ago with my dad, in the grungy basement, learning a lot about Arnold bodybuilding, amateur style, like no grind, no pain, no gain style of training. And I really enjoyed being in fitness and sports ever since I was a little kid. So I eventually started really getting into powerlifting after I met Emma.
Okay.
And she was actually the one that slowly turned me into a powerlifter, because for me, I never really understood getting stronger with less than 10 repetitions, what I mean? That old school way of really going to failure each time. And we would say that I guess I would train more upper body, she would train more lower body, and then when we met that, we kind of fused together into the greatest powerlifter of all time.
That's wicked. So you started off Arnold's Encyclopedia, classic, just lifting with dad.
Yeah, it's very classic, very push-pull style of training. Very amateur, nothing necessarily on the professional side until we started actually getting more into the niche of powerlifting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it came a little bit later. How about you, Emma? When did you start? Or how did you start with fitness?
Yeah, I guess I've always been pretty active growing up. I played a few different sports. I did gymnastics and swimming mainly. But then I started going into the gym a little bit more at the end of high school and my undergrad, and ultimately it was from a really bad place for myself. I had really bad self-esteem, really bad body image. I had an eating disorder, and really it was just fueled out of hate for myself. So I started working out, and it was just a bunch of cardio at the time, but I would always see some people lifting weights at the school gym I was at. And eventually I went down there and I tried some weights. I had a friend show me some stuff, and honestly I was so hooked after that. I loved feeling stronger. It made me feel good. And then it kind of blossomed from there. And then fast forward a few years, I was then at U of T for my master's, and I met a good group of people, and they were into powerlifting. And they're like, hey, why don't you try this mock meet? Because at the time I wasn't doing sets of 1 either. It was sets of 10 like Dave. Yeah. But I was really into barbell movements. Super loved that. Just loved getting stronger, loved getting bigger. And then when I did that mock meet, it all just blew up from there, and a couple of years later, we are here, own a gym.
As well.
Powerlifting really taught me a lot about myself, and just made me feel a lot better about where I was at. So
Well, thank you for sharing that. I'm happy to see that that's blossomed into what it is today. You started off a little bit more focused on cardio, eventually got into powerlifting. Yeah. How did you convince Dave to get into powerlifting?
See, that was funny because he, at the time, he was doing a lot of upper body and he was doing some bench, but he really didn't want to join a gym. He was just training in the condo, and he didn't train any legs. His legs was just riding the bike and at a leisurely pace. Okay. So one day we went and we paid for a drop-in membership or drop-in pass at I forget, maybe a Good Life or something.
Sure it was
LA Fitness. It was we went bougie. So we paid for a drop-in at a commercial gym, and I was let's start with squats. And Dave could not squat 115. It was a half squat.
Times have changed.
It was bad.
It was really bad. It's seared in my memory. I wish I had a video. But anyway, that's when he was okay, I gotta get better at this. Yeah. And then he started doing some stuff. But that was, I don't know, that was a good 10 years ago now. 2016 maybe, 2015.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we thought we were going to basically get the facility and be able to run a gym almost dream style, where we wanted to get later into. Sorry, what you say?
You didn't get to that question yet. It was, how did Dave get power?
Well, anyways, what I was going to say anyways is that we never really understood what it was like to own a gym until, and we thought it was going to be something that we were going to do later on in life. So then now that we're in it, we're really enjoying evolving with the space, like getting better at performing in the sport of powerlifting. And I think that right now that's what's been helping the most, is that she has brought me into the sport, and like we're both now part of like now Team Canada, judging, reffing and stuff like that, and we're way more into the sport than I ever thought we would. Because if it was up to just me, we would have stayed with Arnold the entire time. Right?
It genuinely surprises me, because I know you both are so strong that I just figured you're born with a powerlifting singlet on, chalked up hands, but like to have kind of evolved into that.
Noob.
Yeah.
One of the strongest guys I know. Okay, so you both had, you know, this passion starting with fitness. Obviously Emma kind of like was the driving force behind powerlifting. What was the spark to actually open up Make Your Mark?
I know, like for myself, I really wanted a space that like women could feel more comfortable. Initially, that was like a big driving force. It's like I wanted to go to a gym where I could lift, feel comfortable, not be like judged for doing things. And I like training people, I like teaching people, but we never really had a space like that ourselves. And we thought maybe we would like do some career work, make some money, do something else, and then perhaps like start a gym later. But I'm a lot more careful. Dave is the one who will just dive in head first. So really it was ultimately, we talked about it and he's like, let's just try. Because I would be there like budgeting and making financial plans for like 5 years before like having the guts to do it. But Dave's like, let's do it. Let's just get something small. And then that's kind of like where that started. So,
Dave was the driving force. And
we both wanted to. I was too scared. Dave was not. And that was in like about 2017, 2018. We've been talking about it. Like I made the name Make Your Mark to use as like just a personal brand and like to train people like outside. But then around 2019 is when we got the physical location. So it was like a couple of years of thinking about it and then just doing it.
Sure. Yeah, it's a big decision to actually, you know, kick off and turn your passion and a hobby into a business. And I'm glad that you have, because, you know, I love coming to your gym and hitting lifts. Not just saying that, but was there anything that surprised you about opening up your space? I would guess the biggest surprise was that we honestly thought we were going to be here for everybody's workout. So we very quickly right away noticed that people have their own schedule, their own way of like trying hard during their season, on season, off season kind of stuff. So we right away understood that we weren't going to be able to support everybody the same way, right? Even though we try our hardest, we just can't, due to just personal schedules and stuff like that. But I guess the number one thing would be community. Okay. Like we have really felt the support of our team, not only on the day-to-day operations of the gym, but also when we host championships, we always have a very good support team and community to help us out. Sure. Yeah, it's one of the things I notice, my own anecdote from being in your gym is, if I come in here, there's other people working out, like the default is people are talking to each other, giving fist bumps, coming over for a spot, and you can feel the support in your gym. And when I go to, you know, big corporate gyms, you don't feel that same level of like, you know, camaraderie and people coming together. So I definitely feel that in your space.
Yeah, and that's ultimately like what we wanted starting this space, was a place where people can be friendly, feel comfortable, like support each other, hype each other up, and like build just like a community of lifters that all get stronger together. And it definitely helps. It helps having that support. You can learn from people as well. So yeah, it's just been really nice. No crazy surprises though, I guess. That was the initial question. We tangented a little bit.
No, it's okay. What do you guys have envisioned for Make Your Mark moving forward?
There's so much. We like to dream big and then eventually make it happen. But we do want to expand. We want to have a bigger facility where we can incorporate some more other like cross-training stuff too. Still keep it powerlifting, strength focused, but do have a little bit more space for like some conditioning aspects that we don't have now.
A little bit of therapy and
Yes.
Sure.
a little bit of extra recovery protocols for the athletes and the team.
Yeah, we definitely want to have space for like a physio, athletic therapist, chiro, massage. Like they can all kind of come in and treat the team, and we already have a little bit of that going. But it would be nice to have like a more dedicated space for that.
Sure.
So that would be a big thing. We want to host more events, which we're doing. Yeah, help coach more internationally.
Yeah. And then expand our app internationally. So we have like several ways of attacking the fitness industry, which is pretty great because online with the app, we're able to reach the entire world basically. And then here with the facility, we're able to support like our community. And then with the championships, of course, powerlifters, all of everywhere can come by and participate in the competitions. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, can you tell me a little bit about the next competition that you guys are running?
Yeah, so the next competition we're running is a provincial championship, which we're very excited about because it's going to be one of the biggest attendances that they've had. Actually, since COVID, it has been in general.
Provincial championship.
So it's the largest provincial championship, and we're really excited to be able to house about a little bit more than 300 athletes throughout the course of 3 days in the Monte Casino Hotel and Banquet Venue in North York, which will consist of 10 platforms in the space being used basically the entire time, with sponsors and everybody supporting each other. Like you said, very tight community from the first session all the way till the last.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's going to be super exciting.
It's going to be very fun.
Yeah.
I guess the last question that I have for you is, do you have any advice for somebody looking to start their own gym?
Yeah, I would say, honestly, having a business plan is a really good thing to always have. Even though Emma said that I did dive in, it was more of signing the papers and the contracts in order for us to actually get our foot into like a warehouse space, like a facility. But we always had the plan on how to progressively increase our income or increase our services and get better at being coaches or at being gym owners. So even though from time to time people can carve their own path, it would be really good to have a business plan. It's really good for us to be attached to a sport.
Sure.
That has definitely helped a lot being a gym owner, because then we're able to be like, okay, like we have a niche, we have like a goal towards hosting these competitions, having the equipment that goes towards that specific sport, and at the end of the day, just really being able to like get better at performing with the sport, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys are like the powerlifting gym in North York.
Exactly.
So yeah, owning that space, and it shows like all the equipment is geared towards that, and I think that this is a sanctuary for powerlifters to come. So
yeah, like you'll see a lot of people come by close to competition to get the feel for the equipment, the calibrated plates, and of course on top of that we have great Keystone equipment that everybody uses for accessories. It's not just all powerlifters. Keystone is definitely one of the best suppliers of equipment that we've used the entire time. And we choose to use them in the future as well, for
amazing.
sure.
I appreciate you saying that.
Of course, yeah, we have to.
Thank you. Amazing. And yeah, thank you again for taking the time to sit down with us today. It's been great to know a little bit more about your stories and how you've evolved from being fitness enthusiasts to now gym owners, and to look forward to the future of Make Your Mark and all of the things that you guys are doing in the sport of powerlifting. So
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Heck yeah.